This is Cooking with Scuttle, and today we're baking something spooky. Jack-o'-lantern chowder cauldron. Well, that is a little redundant because the word chowder comes from the French word for cauldron. Cut the top off a pie pumpkin, that's it right there, and remove the seeds and guts. Have the kids do this part if you'd like. Use a stiff spoon or one of these handy scrapers here that comes with a carving kit. Set aside the seeds. They are way too good to throw away. It is very important to use a pie pumpkin, otherwise known as a sugar pumpkin for this recipe. A jack-o'-lantern pumpkin will not work, so don't try it. I cut a nice little notch here, and this fits right back on, and I know exactly how it goes. Set aside the pumpkin for later. Peel and cube 4 good-sized potatoes. All right. Smash and mince a few cloves of garlic. Jarred garlic works too. To make a pivot point, just run that blade right over. Dice a medium onion. I like to cut the onion in half, toss in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then remove for some tear-free cutting. Chop a stalk or two of celery. When you're making salads, go ahead and add these greens here to your salad instead of throwing them away. Cut at one of those 45-degree angles if you feel like getting fancy. Over medium heat in a large pot, melt some butter, add in some oil, and cook the onions and celery for a bit. Toss in the garlic too. All the excellent, flavorful, ghoulish garlic. Add 2 cups of vegetable stock and potatoes. Add 1½ cup sweet corn, fresh ground pepper, nutmeg, cinnamon, and a generous dash of ground ginger, courtesy of Bennington. Simmer for about 10 minutes. Stir in a cup of milk and an optional 1/3 cup of heavy cream. Bring to a solid simmer and heat through. We're not finishing the entire soup here, but we want to heat it up to reduce baking time. Place your pumpkin in a casserole dish and fill it with the witch's brew. Perfect. For most ovens, you'll need to clip the stem short or else the pumpkin might not fit. You can also use small pumpkins if needed. There we go. Bake for about an hour at 350 degrees and poof! The entire dish is done when the pumpkin flesh is soft, much like butternut squash. Carefully remove from the oven and cool for at least 10 minutes. Blend as much as you'd like with an immersion blender, being careful not to puncture the outer layer of the pumpkin. Be sure to mix in some sweet pumpkin flesh, or use a wooden spoon or an ice cream scoop to pull some pumpkin into the mix. The whole family's gonna love this jack-o'-lantern chowder. You can even make in smaller pie pumpkins like these for individual servings. Happy Halloween from Cooking with Scuttle. Thank you for joining me. Tune in next time and I'll teach you how to make something else.
Food porn.